It was pretty wet all around today,
Yeah.
Ben.
Well, we're a week into spring, less than a week away from April. You'd think like this is the transitional season, right?
Right.
We just wanted to get a little warmer.
Mother Nature's pumping her brakes. We will eventually see warmer temperatures. I think by the middle to latter part of this week, we will see the return of warmer than average temperatures, but the rain chance is not going away just yet. In fact, we have another round of rain, kind of like what we're seeing today in the forecast tomorrow. You can see radar's been pretty active most of the day. The heaviest rain, of course, falling along the coast and areas over the north interior. We've had a nice little rain shadow for most of the day over the central sound, where the Olympics are essentially blocking rain from getting to places like the Kitsap Peninsula. We have seen some subtle breaks in and around the Seattle area. So places like Poulsbo really haven't seen a whole lot of rainfall today. But in the meantime, once you're outside of that rain shadow, you're seeing some pretty heavy rainfall. That includes areas like Anacortes, which has seen about 1/3 of an inch of rain so far today. Still looking at rain chances overnight tonight and another round of rain, kind of like what we're seeing today, arriving tomorrow. Those temperatures are still cool. Most of us have been in the 40s most of the day. You can see right now only 46 degrees in Seattle. And keep in mind our average high temperature for this time of year, 55 degrees. We're about 10 degrees cooler than that. However, we are expecting a pretty decent warm up later on this week. We have a chance of grazing 60 for some locations, I'd say by either Wednesday or Thursday, so crossing our fingers for that. It has been a bit on the breezy side as well, especially up towards Everett. A sustained wind of 16 miles per hour. We've seen a couple of wind gusts over 20, 25 miles per hour. Still pretty breezy as we head into tomorrow as well. What we've been watching the last couple of days is this high pressure ridge, which is off the coast of California. It was expected earlier that this was going to intensify, lift northward, and give us some drier and warmer weather. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're looking at several weather systems moving through over the next couple of days, riding the jet stream right into western Washington. We're kind of on the backside of this ridge, so these systems are coming in from the northwest. They don't really have a ton of moisture to work with. I think today is about as wet as it gets. The next couple of days, we're not looking at a great chance for any heavy rain, but the wet weather will continue to stay in the forecast. So let's take a look at our futurecast model that shows, again, that steady rain over most of western Washington, with the exception of, say, areas through the Hood Canal area. As we head into the overnight hours, we get a brief reprieve, but as we head into tomorrow, watch, the rain shadow stays over the same locations, but if you're north of Everett and south and west of Olympia, the rain is likely going to continue there, at least through the middle part of the day. Once we head beyond lunchtime tomorrow, notice we start to see a bit of a break. So it looks like tomorrow evening's commute is going to be drier than the morning commute, even some splashes of sunshine before we see the sun set. In the meantime, up in the mountains, we've seen some snowfall, not necessarily a pass level. With this warm front passing, the snow level is rising back up above 3,000 feet. So no restrictions at our passes. You could see Mount Baker with about 10 inches of new snow the last 24 hours. Elsewhere, mainly less than 2-3 inches of snowfall. We have more snow in the forecast tonight, but that snow level is rising up. So we have a winter weather advisory for the mountain passes, but this is above 3,000 feet. So Snoqualmie Pass probably won't see as wet or slippery conditions as, say, Stevens Pass, which will probably see a little bit more snow. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, and it looks like this. A warming trend, mid-50s by Wednesday. That's our dry day. A slight chance at a shower on Thursday. Doesn't look very wet. Showers at times on Friday, with temperatures slipping back into the lower to middle 50s. And it looks like for Easter weekend, we dry out with temperatures in the low to mid 50s.